Welcome to the explainer. Okay, let's just jump right in with a big question. What if your grocery cart could actually be more powerful than your medicine cabinet? Today, we're exploring how to use food not just as fuel, but as a genuine tool for healing.
So let's start with a piece of wisdom that's, believe it or not, thousands of years old. It's often credited to Hippocrates, and it's the core idea behind our source for today's explainer: Neal's Yard Remedies, Healing Foods. And honestly, this message feels more relevant right now than ever before.
So, what does this actually mean for us today? Well, it means we start looking at the food on our plate not just as calories, but as, information. Information that can either build our bodies up or, well, break them down. It's all about rediscovering this incredible power that's already sitting right there in natural foods. But here's the flip side. If food can be our medicine, then for a lot of us, the modern diet is kind of acting more like a slow poison. And understanding exactly why our typical way of eating can actually promote disease, that's the first, most crucial step toward making a real change. So take a look at this. This is pretty much the breakdown of that modern diet. It's super heavy on processed carbs and fats and really light on the stuff our bodies are actually crying out for. I mean, sure, these foods might fill your stomach, but they leave your cells starving for real nutrition. And that creates a really shaky foundation for your long-term health. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of the problem. We're talking about a diet with a ton of processed meats, refined grains, and unhealthy fats. And it's often loaded with these things called anti-nutrients, compounds in, say, improperly prepared grains that can literally block our bodies from absorbing the few good minerals we might be getting. Put it all together, and it's a combination that is directly linked to a higher risk of obesity, heart disease, and cancer. Okay, but here's the good news. The solution isn't some crazy, complicated, restrictive plan. Not at all. It's actually built on 3 simple but really powerful pillars that can totally transform your health. And you can start with your very next meal. Our first pillar, this one starts with understanding the hidden language of plants. We're talking about phytonutrients. Now, these aren't your typical vitamins or minerals. They're these amazing compounds that give plants their vibrant colors and flavors, and it turns out they offer incredible support for our health. So think about this for a second. What if that incredible rainbow you see in the produce aisle is actually a kind of health code? A visual guide literally telling you exactly what powerful benefits are locked inside each and every food. And here's the decoder ring. That bright red you see in tomatoes and watermelon, that's from lycopene, and it helps protect your heart. The brilliant orange in carrots is packed with carotenes. Those deep greens have detoxifying chlorophyll, and the blues and purples in berries, they're full of antioxidants called anthocyanins that fight aging. The takeaway here is so simple. Just eat a rainbow of colors. It's your best strategy for getting a whole spectrum of these protective compounds. This brings us right to our second pillar, diversity. Research shows, again and again, that a varied diet is a protective diet. I mean, just look at the difference here. On the left, a typical day might involve, 13 different food items? And they're mostly processed. But look at the right. A healing diet can easily bring in over 35 different whole foods, from seeds and fruits to different kinds of lentils and beans. So yeah, here's the magic number to aim for, 35. The whole goal is to move from maybe a dozen different foods a week to over 30. And this isn't about eating more food, it's about eating more types of food. It can be as simple as choosing a mixed bean salad over plain rice or a hearty vegetable soup for lunch. Our third and final pillar is all about choosing foods as nature intended them to be. And that, of course, brings us to organic produce. We often talk about organic in terms of avoiding pesticides, which is important. But the real story is also about what these foods do have, the increased nutritional value packed inside. And the data really backs this up. A study on apples found way higher levels of essential minerals in the organic fruit. We're talking over twice the magnesium, for example. And why is that? Well, it's because organic farming is all about building healthier, richer soil, and that, in turn, leads to more nutrient-dense food for us. Okay, so we've got our 3 pillars: eat the rainbow, embrace diversity, and choose nature. So now, how do we bring this all together? How do we actually turn our kitchens into a personal pharmacy and apply these principles every single day? It really starts by changing how you look at your kitchen. Start seeing it as your own personal pharmacy. Think about it. Ginger for an upset stomach, garlic for your heart health. These aren't just ingredients for a recipe. They are simple, powerful tools for your daily well-being. So let's write it out. Your daily health prescription. It's just 3 simple rules. Number 1, eat the rainbow. Fill your plate with all sorts of colorful plant foods. Number 2, embrace diversity. Try to get more than 30 different whole foods in a week. And number 3, choose nature. Go for organic whenever you can to get the most nutritional bang for your buck. And that leaves us with one final thought. The power to heal is right there on your plate. So if food really is medicine, what prescription are you going to write for yourself today?